My friends, welcome back to the Smoky Mirror Podcast, where we dive deep into the creative minds that are shaping our culture and inspiring us all. My name is Jordan Jones. I'm your host and fellow creator, and I'm on a mission to spread knowledge and inspiration to help people like you leave your mark on the world. From artists to musicians to entrepreneurs and more, join me as we explore the intentional act of creation and the forces that drive us to do God's work. As always, big shout out to our sponsors, www.scut.shop. Shout out to Lil Pump for rocking the Scut gear. But I have to do the Scut House Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the emblem of the United Scut of the world, and to the Scut for which it stands, one Scut, under Scut, in the Scut, with liberty, justice, and Scut for all. Again, that's www.scut.shop. Of course, our supplement sponsor, earthsaliva.com. Taste Earth's wisdom. And from about 2 episodes ago, you already know we got Become Strong cookies. 25 grams of protein, 3 grams of sugar, helping you go through everything and become strong. Today, we are in a penthouse in downtown Miami with NFU and his team. Big shout out to NFU for reaching out to me, brother. I appreciate the invite. Thank you for letting me in the space. I'm happy to be here.
Yup. Hey, you already know what it is. It's your favorite A&R entrepreneur. It's your boy NFU. I'm out here at Miami Recording Studio with the best in the building. If y'all don't already know, I'm going to repeat it one time and one time only. Hey, we got Mixed by Trip to the left right here.
Hey. I already know.
Hey, it's trippy. You got Angelica North to the right.
Yup.
You got Stacks Made It, OG Stacks. You know what it is. And NFU Entertainment. We out here. We in this bitch, Smoky Mirror, but shit ain't smoky. We going up.
Hey, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Hey, so, bro, I love what you got built over here. He was walking me through the studio. He was showing me the vision, telling me about all the motion he got. And so I'm really excited to dive into all of it. Let's just start from the beginning, though. Talk about how you got started into the music industry and then what led you up to this point where we have everything that we see around us.
Yeah, bro. It really started like I was just young with a dream like any other person. You know what I'm saying? I started through dance, really. I was like into dancing, break dancing, and parkour and flipping and stuff like that, and like choreography too, like mostly hip hop. But I was working with this group called iFlow. They put me onto a lot of opportunities, and then one day I was on America's Got Talent, like on a small level, of course, nothing major, but definitely got some publicity and exposure and like Instagram followers and stuff from it. And then, yeah, you know, from being a dancer on America's Got Talent as NFU to being an independent artist, NFU, like about 6 to 8 years of, you know, going through independent artistry and managements and working with people that like really cared about my music, and then seeing who I would like should have partnered up with and stuff like that. And then to, you know, professionally being an artist, going through that side of things, becoming more of an entrepreneur, working executively, now, you know, building more businesses and partnerships and equity, and like, yeah, now it's just like me doing everything and anything to like help a lot of people all around the world, you know?
That's dope. So wait, bring me back to America's Got Talent. How old were you?
I was like 14 years old, like borderline, probably 15, but like, you know, 14, early 14. My mom actually, she's disabled. She's always been disabled. So like she didn't have a job, but she drove me all the way from Miami to Savannah, Georgia, just to try out. How it started was I submitted something online through somebody that I knew. And then when you do the online submission, apparently like you go up another step if they approve you. They approved me. I didn't know, but my cousin was at the competition too, but she didn't, I guess, get to the same level. And yeah, like my first real, like, I guess, audition was like live, you know? And like they were like telling me, hey, look, you can't say this, you can't say that. That's when I started like changing the branding of NFU too, because it started off as something like different, you know?
That's dope. So you were 15, 14 at that point. How would that experience lead you into wanting to become an artist and make music? Like, how'd that transition go?
Honestly, it was like I was always making music for fun, like creatively, like just trying to have fun and maybe freestyling at parties with my friends and like building up, like, I guess, music momentum from the like music background of my family and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then also like seeing that at the time, you know, there was no like Spotify and Tidal, so I had to really like capitalize a market, really do footwork, like, you know, make my own CDs at the time. There was no such thing as like digital service providers, DSPs, you know, like, so I really had to put in the work, but like I found a love for it even at that age, you know?
Yeah, you definitely gotta love it because it's a grind. It's a hustle.
Yeah, bro.
And just like you were mentioning to me earlier, you gotta see the vision before it comes to be. You gotta really see it in your head. So
Yeah,
talk to
for
me
sure.
about when you were an independent artist, and then what was it like kind of getting in touch with the labels and then eventually starting to partner and work with them?
I mean, like, really, when you start to see what the labels are, you start to see that they do have a certain value they can provide. But if you have a team too, you could also provide that same value. So it just really depends who you are as an artist and what could benefit you, and what you're trying to do with your career. But for me at the time, at first, certain label partnerships weren't the best, and then I found label partnerships that worked for me, and that seemed to grow for not only now the future as well as an A&R, even aside from being an artist. So I like to build relationships and partnerships like that, and that's why I started working with Rock Nation and like certain labels, because they showed me that, like, aside from doing business, that they're gonna help me grow as a family, and they're gonna mentor me as a businessman. Aside from an executive or artist, like, they're gonna really shape me into being like one of them, instead of just running game on me.
That's what's up. How did you get in touch with them? Because I know there's plenty of artists that want to get in touch with, like a Rock Nation or a major
Well,
label like
like,
that.
at the time, so I was working at the time with a radio station in Orlando. I was doing like a little tour. There was like a Ball Greasy meetup, and I was there, just tapped in with some people. Shout out YS Baby, Young Scholar, from
Scholar.
Orlando, the Beat, iHeart radio station. So he tapped me in with them, but then there was also a showcase after they wanted me to perform at, because I kept tapping in and networking and building momentum. And Warehouse Music Group happened to be there. They are like a subdivision of Rock Nation. They work with Memphis Bleak, and I was performing there at the radio station one day at that event, not like really at the radio station, but at the radio station event in Orlando, in downtown Orlando, by Guilt nightclub. And then like, I just got a call like, hey, we want to fly you out. Like, who's your next of kin? Like, they asked me a lot of legal information. They sent me a pass signed by Todd Mumford. If you know who Tom Mumford is, then you know about Rock Nation, but whatever.
Who is that for the uninitiated?
Like, at the time, he was like basically the biggest of the biggest for Rock Nation, aside from Jay and anybody like, in the umbrella. He was really like the guy that run all the relations and all the directing and executive work. And even to this day, he's still like, if you know who he is, like, bro, he helped a lot of people, like L.A. Reid and whatever.
That's huge.
Like, epic people in
So
the music industry.
Basically, what I'm getting from that is it's important to show up to and show out for all types of things, because you never know who's going to be at that radio performance or whatever it is that you're doing. And then from you taking advantage of that, people hear you. You never know who's going to see it. And all of a sudden, that can put you in a new position.
Yeah, like I told you today, bro, it's like 80% of the job is showing up and the other 20% is showing out.
Yeah.
And that's like 100% of the job every time. And then also knowing how to present yourself and like how to put yourself around the right people with the right approach, because if you approach somebody the right way and have the right vibes and energy, like, you could really like accomplish something different. But you just got to really put yourself in that timing too, and like really study, like, all right, this is who I want to be and where I want to go, so you know who to put yourself around.
Absolutely. Talk to me about you're the artist and then you making that transition to becoming an A&R. What was that like? When did you say, you know what, I'm about to get a little bit more behind the scenes instead of being like the artist?
Yeah, like, I mean, even to this day, I still songwrite.
Sure.
So, somewhat I'm still in the artistry, but as far as like releasing music, I stopped. And it was a great transition for me, because I noticed that I wanted to have a different standpoint in the industry, but still be as relevant as an artist without being so much in that spotlight. Because as an artist, I did enjoy the journey a lot, but any other artist could tell you, successful or not, how strenuous the journey can be. So it's like, not that the A&R isn't, it is just another level of strenuous. But it's just like, I found an enjoyment of being in another position in the music industry, and I've already overcome dancing. I've overcome artistry. Like, what was next? This was next. And I'm already on the entrepreneur vibes. I already have been around people that I see as mentors and that have showed me the blueprint. Like, now I just need to go and do it with my people and like make a difference for real.
That's what's up. So how did you even initiate that conversation? Did you tell the label, like, I'm trying to be on a more executive position, or like, how does that work?
It was actually more on some like, I was an artist. I'm trying to tell all the A&Rs like, hey, can I stay later and learn what this is? Hey, can I hop on this event and partner up with you guys to do this? Hey, but you're not you're like you're not supposed to do that. Like I get it, but in the long term, like I want to go this direction, so I might as well have the experience and the resume now to say I've done it. Oh, okay, you're hungry. Here's another opportunity, or even like I had a lot of friends as an artist that were A&Rs that tried to sign me and they never got to sign me. They still stayed tapped in with me, or that worked for Capital and then went to 300, or went from Orchid to Sony, but like a higher division, you know. So like I still have people that still tapped in with me too. So I also harnessed a lot of relationships and were like, you know what, boom, like I'm not gonna whatever position you play at the end, we're all gonna win. So I know you're gonna be up too. So like just tap in when it's right.
That's really important what you just said, because I think some people they want to wait for opportunities, but you really, especially in an industry like the music industry, you got to create it and you got to show people that you want to be there. You got to kind of force the door open, stick your nose in where you might not feel like you belong, but you kind of got to say like, look, this is kind of the path that I'm interested in. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get in that. And I've talked to, I mean, a bunch of people on this podcast where they said, yeah, I told them I would do whatever it takes to intern at the studio. I'm taking out the trash. I'm making coffee, like whatever it takes. Even Kanye, when it came to doing like designing for like big name brands, he was making coffee. Like as a giant artist, you know what I'm saying? He making coffee for these dudes, because at the end of the day, it's like you got to put your pride to the side to get in that space where you want to get to. So I definitely want people to tap into that.
You gotta start somewhere.
Absolutely.
Now you gotta play every part. Like, you know, sometimes like I'll play a certain part, not because I want to, but because I have to for the process, you know?
Right.
And people don't understand that, like, even in our team, you know, we have a foundation, but sometimes we all switch parts of the foundation just to make sure the foundation stays structured. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, people don't understand, like, anything that was made that was great was a team, you know? And that no I in team thing is, like, a real thing, you know? If you really see, like, what you do with a team compared to trying to do it by yourself, and anybody great has a team. So
That's true. No, that's 100%. It's like that African proverb. They always say, if you want to go far, go together. If you want to go fast, go alone.
but like
It's
also
true.
too, like another example about relationships, I've known Trip for like almost 10 to 12 years or more. He started as my engineer. Now we're partners. We do a lot of stuff. Yeah, he still engineers me at times too, you know. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
But
every so often I call him in to help me with the artist, and he helps songwriting,
yeah.
and
So-
he comes through whatever kind of genre. He definitely knows how to catch a vibe, and that's how we kind of started tapping back in. I started calling him for songwriting, and then I seen that he really changed his direction and not trying to be an artist, more helping the artist, being an A&R, you know, helping them marketing and promotion.
That's what's
So
up.
now we got a really good system in the studio where when I'm done with them, I hand them over to the NFU. NFU helps them out. They feel at home because they trust the system that we have behind the studio now.
And I think it's nice because NFU, you got the experience of being the artist, so you know what it's like to be in their shoes, and you know how to help guide them and coach them up.
Yeah, that's why like too, like certain artists, I tell them like, you know, when I say something, take it from my experience. Don't take it from me saying it because I'm better or because I
Right.
know everything. No, take it from my experience, because at the time that I was doing things to now how things are going now, I've seen the transition. I've been in the transition. I've mastered the transition. So when I say, hey, look, this is the best way to do it, it's not because, oh, I think it's the best. It's because results that I've generated have been of this formula, which is like a lot of people, like even my friends that I work with, I would say not really much friends, but you understand what I'm saying. People that I work with in the business that I would also consider somewhat friends.
Colleagues.
You know, I've helped them a lot, and they've seen results, and you know they trust me, like Trip says, and like Angelica and Stacks. You know, like I built a long-term relationship with them. Angelica, I had to meet her a couple times to like really connect. Same thing with Stacks. We met through a couple people. We connected, went through situations, connected. It's like everything takes a little bit of time, and then everything takes a little bit of work, because not everybody's on the same time, you know? And to get everybody on the same time in the same direct, It takes time.
Right. It's definitely a process.
It's a process.
Tell me about like being an A&R. Kind of explain what that is, and then is it like you have your own label? It's under a major label, or like how does that work? You can
So
understand what I'm saying?
A&R stands for artist and repertoire, and it's basically the division of the label that does the scouting, the development, the artistic, like situations, helping with marketing, promotions. They go on tour with you. They help you get signed to labels. In my situation, I do work with major labels, and I also do have my own record label, NFU Entertainment. But that's a very different situation. That's because I've been doing this for a while. So I built my label, have worked with major labels, been funneled through major labels, and I'm just doing it all together. But once again, to a point that I built partnerships to do that. Like now we're also here at the studio. We're partnered up with Perfect Distro, which is a really great company because it helps artists with distribution and publishing, and also getting extra money from their music that they might be missing, aside with any claims, disputes, and more one-on-one care to the artist when it comes to distro and publishing. So like things like this, and they're powered by video, but like things like this is what I'm saying really comes into why we're winning and why we're helping people win, because we have the resources and the tools. Now, what do you do with those resources and tools? That depends on you.
No, that's important. All right, tell me about bringing this team together. Like, when did you get this spot? Miami Recording Studios, you call it, correct?
Miami Recording Studios.
Miami Recording Studio. We're here in the penthouse. When did it open up? What was the process like opening it and building this out? Because I'm sure this shit didn't come in just looking like this.
Well, it's really MiamiRecordingStudio.com. The .com's been up since 2004. One of my homies, rest in peace, Harold, he was like a little hacker. He's like, let me get you a name that gonna really get you right.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge.
And yeah, shout out to Harold, man. He blessed me. And, right now we get about 20,000 hits on the website. So we're in the process of trying to manage that traffic, let the system kind of get the most out of it.
Yeah.
So shout out to Stugo. We just partnered up with this app that's gonna allow artists to really just book really easy directly with the studio.
Stugo.
Yeah, Stugo is an app right now, and we're working on the website things of it.
Dope.
But Miami Recording Studio, since then has gone through different transitions, and this time around, I reached out to NFU, and I was like, "Yo, I'm rebuilding the studio," and he's like, "I'm in." And this is where we at. It's been like 2.5 years since we set up the studio, and now we're in partnership with a distribution company. We're gonna do everything through the publishing company that I have called the Fresh Makers. NFU has a label. I have the publishing company, and together we're definitely gonna help artists get themselves built, recoup money, invest into their career. So that's what Miami Recording Studio.com's really about.
That's dope. And Trip, give people a little bit more taste of what your career has been like, because you do a lot of things. So I definitely want to give you some love too.
Well, I am the owner of MiamiRecordingStudio.com. Like I told you, I've had it since 2004. The experience of running the studio allowed me to create Mixed by Trip. Mixed by Trip now is a freelancer in the music industry. Honestly, I'm 3 times platinum.
I'm gonna say brag about people you work with.
Man, I work with Young Thug, Lil Wayne, Anita, Becky G, Sebastian Yatres. I could go from different genres, Spanish, English, Maffeo, the Marleys, Zoe Dollars. Is really what a lot of people know me, because I helped them out, ever since Blow a Check. After that, we went to go see Future I took the hard drive, we got him signed.
Damn.
So I've seen a lot of artists come up and go. Smiles Official. I work with a lot of people here locally. So 22 years of using Pro Tools and being Akon. That's another homie.
Wow. Man, and if you didn't tell me I was going to be in Miami royalty right here. Like, you a legend.
I told you.
Triple legend.
I told you.
I've been using Pro Tools for 22 years, and now I got Angelica. She's my assistant. And she's been helping me out so much. Shout out to her.
Shout out to
She's
Angelica.
a musician, an artist, recording engineer. And this is a new, like my new protege I'm going to bring up now, and I'm more than happy to bring her in and have her enjoy like the journey with us.
Absolutely.
And shout out to NFU. He's the one that introduced me to her, and also Stacks Made It, which is part of our production team. And that's what Miami Recording Studio is about, you know?
That's what's up. I love this intergenerational collabing because I think that's huge. But what's so funny? No, but I love that. And then I also love, like, Angelica, I don't see a lot of women in this space. So, like, what got you into this space? Like, this is pretty interesting.
Well, I started off as an artist, but I record myself, I produce my own music, I write my own music. So I kind of was doing all of this on my own for myself and for myself only, releasing music and being an artist and this and that. And I wanted to quit my job, my 9-to-5 job, and pursue music. So I kind of just started, going to recording studios, and I found that this is my comfort space, like I'm doing what I would normally be doing for myself for other people.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't have to work a 9-to-5, which that's the worst part.
Right, thank God.
I don't want the 9-to-5. So, I appreciate it really like a lot. I appreciate the studio. I appreciate Trip. I appreciate NFU. And kind of what he was saying about like, you got to show up because, I mean, really, I met NFU at an event that I was like, should I go? So like it would have been like,
you wouldn't be here right now.
I wouldn't be here right now.
And
there's,
and she's been making money with me, so y'all already know.
Exactly.
We get the bag out here.
Bag of ranch.
No, 100%. So like, yeah, man, you gotta make it. You gotta show up. You gotta be there, and you gotta believe in yourself. And also to any women out there that need an engineer, I love working with women. Because we just vibe, we vibe different. So let me know if you need an engineer.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I love that. Yeah, you really gotta show up places. You never know who's gonna be there. You never know the connections you're gonna make. And you can be like, oh man, I've been going all this shit, nothing's been popping for me, but it's the consistency.
Like, bro, half of the places that I've ever gotten the biggest opportunities in my life are places people would have probably never thought you would get opportunities.
100%.
So it's like those places that I never expected to go are the places I should have gone to expect what I never expected. Like, people don't ever see that. Like, when I went to Alabama, Louisiana, Michigan, I went to so many different states, and I'm starting to see why I went there. I needed to experience, to really understand the journey, to experience it. Like, we just went to Anaheim. We just went to
Canada.
Yeah,
No.
We went to the
California.
California.
The NAM convention.
We went to AES in New York.
Yeah.
I went to Phoenix. Like, just this year, Las Vegas. Like, we're every year
Tonight we're going to another conference.
Oh, y'all going somewhere tonight?
Yeah, we got
It's 8:30.
RSVP to some event.
It is tonight right now.
Yeah.
After this, we gotta go.
So it's like,
Damn.
bro, we're really working, but it's like the problem is like I tell people all the time, like, you gotta really want it, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about anybody else except you. Every day, bro, I wake up, I try to be better. I'm not perfect, but I try to be better. I try to help my team. Every day I'll send them posts. You could ask Stacks, Angelica, Trip. I'll send them posts. Hey, look, read about this. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this law. Hey, look, music. Hey, business. You feel me? Because, bro, like, at the end of the day, that's what a team is, bro. We all, like, help each other get better, And what one lacks, another one has, you know?
Yeah, definitely on the team thing, because I've been to a few other studios before, and it's so divided. Everybody does this, you do that. There's the owner and the engineers and the engineer. Everybody's kind of on their own, But like, I can appreciate that this place for real, like you have a question, somebody has an answer, whether it's in marketing, engineering, as an artist, and like, for real, he's been an artist before. I'm an artist, Trip is an amazing engineer. I ask him questions that I'm like, and he has it. And I'm like, so, but, yeah, being an artist definitely changes it too. Cause like, mixing and engineering people, like, you kind of know what their mindset is, and, I hope it helps people. I hope it makes a difference. I think it makes a difference, cause I'm, I do what I would expect, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Stack, you've been quiet over there. It's time to tap in. How did you get connected with everybody?
How I got connected?
Yeah.
How long I know NFU for?
Stacks made it.
Well, we
Stacks
like-
made it.
We going like three years, right, bro?
Yeah, about a couple 3 years.
3.5 years. This has been a crazy 3 years. I ain't gonna lie. We've done so much. But it all started back in another studio called Room 3, which it was like the total opposite of this. Just like a cardboard studio, just very low budget stuff.
Nice. You had to start somewhere, right?
And luckily, like the first day I came, because mind you, I'm from New York, and I was at the time just like on the hunt to just look for people, network.
Yeah.
So I bumped into them, Room 3, that's what the studio was called. Them, and he was in there that same day, and it was a bunch of other people. So I don't know what was going on. I guess they had like a meetup that night. Now I'm really thinking about it. But luckily, like real talk,
Yeah.
like just bro invited me on some regular stuff. I said, I bet, and that's how I got in there, cause it was from a friend, like another friend from a job I used to work at Publix, and he was like, yo, I know Buddy, he got a studio, he gave me a number, and then I was texting bro, his name was Lucas, texting bro, and then he was like, yo, pull up.
That's crazy.
And then that night, that's when I met everybody, like, all at the same time, which is pretty crazy, cause you gotta think against like 10, 15 people, schedules wise.
Right.
But I got to meet everybody, and he was part of it. Him, Robbie J, other people's like Lucas, Kill, whole bunch of heads.
Wow.
So in the midst of that, dealing with them, after like a couple weeks, maybe like a month or two, and because bro was hanging around there a lot too, he was hearing my beats, and he was always telling me like, yo, bro, I definitely hear something in you. We definitely gonna work, do something. So, at the time it didn't really seem like much, but over time it kind of built up.
It grew, yeah.
Yeah, to like one day, we just really checked up on some just real friend, bro to bro shit. And after that, like you said, just building time. Took some time and some experiences, but now he threw some plays, I threw some plays, me and him teach each other things, inside, outside the studio. And we really just got to this point now.
And now you be helping chartering yachts? How does that work?
He put me on. I ain't even gonna lie. He put me on that same thing.
And all right, well, NFU, what was you hearing from Stack's beats that made you be like, wait, this kid got something?
Is that like the thing about Stacks was that like when I first met him too, he had like a more beginner sound, but you could tell that like there was something radio in him, That's what it was for me, that I knew he had like that any big artist could jump on his beats at a certain point in his career. So like now it's to the point where like that and more, and it's still growing every day, you get me? But it's just to the point that I was able to see like, okay, you know what? This is the start of this, but with a little bit of screws, and a little bit of hammers, it'll be right perfect where it needs to be.
That's
yeah,
what's
definitely.
up.
Like he called me like at a
And
very
then like mentoring him on
transitional time.
Yeah, like I mentor him on the business stuff too. That's like how the whole yachts thing. Like I was working under Uncle Kush. Shout out Uncle Kush, Al Safaya, Miami Yacht Charters, Kush Rush Exotics, Kush Rush Merch, Mush Rush. Shout out Kush Rush. I was working under Uncle Kush, and I was managing his 100-foot yacht. And there was times where he was out of town and Stacks would help me. And I was like, man, like, I already see you have potential to make a bag. Like, let me show you a little bit about this. And then he got his first yacht sale, and he's like, yo, bro, let's do this more. Like, of course, bro, of course.
What was that like, Stacks, getting that 100-foot yacht sale? Was it a 100-foot yacht?
That one
No,
was a
it was
60-foot.
Oh,
That was a
I mean,
60-foot.
60, that's huge.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Felt pretty good, man.
I bet.
I mean, plus that day I made really good money. I don't think you understand, Trang. Like,
He made more
real.
money. He kept it low key.
I made plus
5,000.
Yeah.
I made.
I said we
good
make
day.
money around here.
That was a good day. I was like, yeah.
Damn.
Plus, but that was real easy. Like, we made good commission around that. Like around like 500-600 just to really go shake someone's hand.
Yeah.
That's really
That's
what
nuts.
it is.
That's nuts.
Hey, I was out of town. I called my boy. I said, hey, look, this is exactly what you got to do. This is exactly where the boat's going to be at. I got the captain making sure everything's clean with the ice on it.
Yeah.
Show up, show face, collect the bread. Call me if there's any problem.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Basically,
And literally,
that
that
sounds
was
like
exactly it. Am I-
Yeah.
Come on, Tron.
Yeah, no,
Tell
that
him.
was too lit. It was too lit, man. I ain't gonna lie.
That literally sounds like a GTA mission.
Yeah.
Your phone ring, like, hey, come to this location. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Get the money. Call me if anything happens.
Well, the funny thing, it was through one of my boys that came from New York too. Like it was, and he was one of my old artists, and we haven't talked in like years. And he just came back saying, "Yo, I need a boat."
And you was like, oh, it's perfect.
For sure.
Yeah, it made sense.
That's what's up.
Cause he really he knew that me and him always hung around a lot. So
Yeah.
he was just like, "Yo, I know you run NFU. Could you help me out with that?" I was like, "All right, cool."
NFU, how did you get plugged with Uncle Kush and these dudes with 100-foot yachts and shit? Like, how did that happen?
So like, that story is kind of crazy with Uncle Kush. Like I know a couple other entrepreneurs through other situations, but with Uncle Kush, I met him through an influencer at the time, and I entered one of his raffles. He had a raffle for like trees, a PlayStation,
Damn.
like a couple of things, you know,
A trap
Yeah.
a
box.
trap box.
What's that?
So it's a trap box is basically 64 ace. I'm sorry, 64
Damn.
sevens, which is a pound of different flavors.
All in that box.
All different flavors.
That's crazy.
Damn,
Plus, I
the
got
box is
merch.
Like,
He still be
Plus-
doing them raffles or what?
Plus I got merch. Plus I got
Oh, you won the raffle?
that's the story.
top quality stuff.
Plus I got the merch, I got
So
the
bogus.
PlayStation, I got everything. But listen how this happened though. You guys are wanting to hear the real story. So the influencer kept telling me to enter the raffle. He's like, hey, it's only $100. You could win all this. And I'm just here like, okay. You know, when somebody's too persistent, it's like, damn, I don't want to give it to them. You're too persistent. So he's like, look, we're gonna go to Unc's house now. Like, let's enter it off good faith. Boom, boom. Didn't feel right. I actually met Uncle Kush at his penthouse. He's like, hey, we're going to start the raffle soon, boom, boom. Yeah, I'm like, you know what, bro? Even if I lose, I don't care. Took the $100 out of my pocket. I give it to Unc. Said, here you go, bro. I want to show you that even if we don't work, I support you. I got love for you. And this so you know what's up. Boom. Bro, they spin the wheel. It said NFU. The influencer was the one who saw it. He was like, nah, bro, I can't believe it. Unc came, verified it. He came and verified. He's like, nah, NFU won. They gave me all that shit.
That's
Then
crazy.
Unc saw that, like, after that, I started working with Unc because with the cannabis business and marketing and management and micromanagement for his businesses and him. And he's like, yo, this kid's a boss. Like, and he's really plugged in Miami. Boom. He moved me into his penthouse, gave me the yacht keys, gave me the car keys. He said, hey, listen, all of my businesses, run them all. And all your homies, they're good when they come. Ask
Yeah,
Stacks.
I
Stacks will
slept in there
come.
with
Stacks
him.
will come into the penthouse at 5 a.m. Dabs everywhere, food, penthouse. Like
That's
I
where
was
the
like,
Tranqui started.
that's really where it
The
started, bro.
Tranqui,
Because
yeah.
I could tell all 4 of my homeboys, let's go, and we're all gonna get paid, and we're gonna be moving around different and smoking good, and you feel me? Like we're not on no stupid shit. We're pulling up to Komodo and we're smoking at Komodo.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, for real. Like, anywhere we go, we're coming through the back. We went to BT's on the yacht, came in through the fucking yacht.
That's lit.
You feel me? We didn't come in through the front. We came in through the back. Him, Lavish, all these took them all on the yacht.
Bro, what
All
are
my
the,
homies,
Yeah, we
let's
had a lot
go.
of
what are
fun
the
on
chances
yacht.
we can get Uncle Kush on the podcast? I would love
Bro,
to talk to him.
100%. Like, I'd probably call him right now, low key.
You ain't gonna do that, but no, I appreciate that because I got a hella questions. I'm like, bro, that's dope, and I love how
He's a
I love
dope
how
guy.
he gave you the chance and you didn't fumble it. Because I know a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? They immature, they young, they see all this shit, and they can easily fumble. So shout out to you for taking advantage of that, and you too, bro, because you young, you took advantage. So I love that.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to him. He exposed me to a lot of things. Just coming from where I'm from to be doing stuff like this in Miami is just crazy, you know?
No, that is crazy. I mean, what are the chances of everybody, even me, like, what is the chance of all of us linking up like this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
it's
bro,
crazy how that
God
happens.
puts us all
God
here for a
works in
purpose.
100%.
And, like, even with Angelica, with Stacks, and with Trip, we've been through our trials and tribulations to then be, like, where
Right
we're
here.
at today.
Yeah, bro.
So, like, at the end of the day, like, the things me and him have seen and that maybe we have been through as well, like, all together as a team, has indefinitely made us who we are together, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely been a process with the studio. There's been a lot of people coming in, and like when their true intentions come out, when it's like they're only here for the money,
You can tell.
like you could tell, bro. And we don't vibe like that. We're out here as a team trying to grow. When we out here making money, everybody got to break bread.
Right.
You know? We're
Yes,
all
bro,
putting
and you
in
can't
work.
be greedy, bro, because at the end of the day, there's enough money for everybody and enough opportunity. Ask Trip, ask Angelica, ask Stacks. there's been situations where individually we work. There's been in situations where we work all together. Like, and it's not that anybody's mad at anybody else or, oh, Stacks, you took my back. No, bro. There's enough for everybody.
Yeah,
We're in
for
Miami.
sure, for
We're in the
sure.
literal enterprise of money moving around, coming in, coming out. So that's not the problem. But when people start thinking about just the money and get manipulated by it, that's when we start seeing, you know what? This is not what the team is made of. This is not what we built this empire for.
Right.
To be easily manipulated. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, systematically, bro. Like, fuck that shit.
You know, me and NFU keep a good eye on the people coming in and out of the studio. You know, when we make a decision, it's kind of like a group decision. You know, and slowly we see the situation play itself. Because we see it. I at least for myself, I've been in the music industry for a while.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you know, I have a rule, man. Whoever's around me, I don't really like them to be an artist. You know, my team is producer, engineer, A&R, songwriter, engineers, and, you know, videographers, photographers. That's what people I like keeping around me.
Why not the artist? What do you think?
I feel like they sometimes have hidden intentions. You
We
know,
don't need
they're here for the fame and the money.
Yeah. A
You
little bit
know?
of ego in there.
And if you want that, that's cool. But we're here for you as a service.
Right.
You know, we're here as a team. We're collectively putting our energy together.
Right.
You know, so we're trying to build. You know, and like I said, I've been doing this for a minute, and now we have a real solid team with a good program that really help the artists with their distribution, the marketing, the quality of the music, their production.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you know, they could go anywhere they want. You know, the way we treat our artists is like, damn, they really feel like we care about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's important. And I could see where, you know, artists, they kind of have to have a certain kind of ego to really want to push their stuff out, or like maybe kind of having them on the team. I could see how that could be a
You know,
little.
Angelica's an artist.
Right.
And she said one thing that made me really kind of like push that thing to the side. She said, I want to share my talent with people. I was like, whoa, okay, I fuck with that. Because she wants to share what she already feels the love for music and pour that into people. So that's why we brought her in, and she's really part of the team.
Yeah.
And in a very little bit of time, too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. No, that's real, because your intentions are gonna decide the actions you take and how you move. And if your intentions are to spread love, you know what I'm saying, serve people and just be a genuine person, that's gonna shine through in everything that you do, versus if your intention is just to get money or to, you know, come up for yourself, that's also gonna be apparent in your actions. And it sounds like, I mean, obviously you've been around long enough that you can spot that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an energy thing. Body language is real.
Yeah.
What's that other thing they say? Like a lot of different things you'll be able to understand, you know, like us that we've been in it so long, we could even know by conversations what's really real or not. You know, and we're not the type of people, like sometimes, you know, if you get us, like if I don't, you know, but usually we're not the type of people to like try somebody like that, but
Right.
there's like even a nice way to do that, like by asking certain questions. You know what type of person and what they do and what they're really about, you know?
What kind of artists do you like to work with, or that you look for when you're like, oh yeah, this is somebody that I might want to sign, or this is somebody I really want to recruit?
I look for an artist that has stage presence, that has crowd control, that makes good records, that's marketable, that's teachable, that has worked with either people that I know or that I can find out who their family is, what their background is. I like to really find out who an artist is before I work with them, because nowadays you don't know who an artist is until you work with them. So if I can figure out as an A&R and really study this artist and go to their shows personally and tap in with their management and find out who their background is and stuff, and like really find out who that artist is, that's the artist I want to work with, because I want to know how I can build this Lego, you know, the biggest ever, you know, not how to get something that's already rippling apart. Like I want to somewhat have something structured that I could find that maybe it's not the biggest thing, but at least it's somewhat in line, you know, for the greatness, you know? Because if it's too much construction, bro, like anything else, even the people who do construction get tired of doing construction.
Right.
So yeah, bro, straight the fuck up.
What are some red flags in artists that you like? Nah, even if they got some good songs.
Yo, bro, I'm the hottest artist you ever heard of. Check your DM. Why haven't you signed me yet? I hear you're part of Rock Nation, but you haven't signed me. Hey, if you're part of Rock Nation, can you sign me tomorrow? Yo, bro, how much would it be to get a deal? Yo, bro, I'm the what was another this guy told me the other day, damn. I'm the next thing that you've never seen. Okay. So
Angelica's eyes was like, what the fuck?
okay, makes a lot of
like that.
sense. Or like when me and Trip go to events, they're like, "Yeah, bro, I've worked with this person."
Oh man, I hate when people say
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
Start
You
name
work with this?
dropping.
Call him right now.
As soon as people
Call
start
him right
name,
now.
soon as people start name dropping, I'm like, nah, bro.
Call him
Yeah.
right now. You work with him, call him right now. Oh, but you know, is that nah? I don't want to hear it. Anybody that I'm tapped in with, I could either tap in with them virtually or on a call.
Right.
That's it. Even through email. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But
Well, I got the next hit record.
You get that a lot in the studio too. Like somebody will come into the studio. I'm struggling over here, and they'll be like, "Oh, have you heard of da 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 da?" And I'd be like, "No," and they're like, "Well, that's me." I literally had somebody. I literally had-
confrontational.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
okay.
came into the studio like that, and right away, like it just kills everybody's vibe. Like, and
Right.
then 5 seconds later, he was too high to lay down one bar.
Oh my god.
So
It's
Trip
one
know
of
what
those.
you know who it is.
It's
Trip?
one of
No,
those.
she told me the story, and I was like, whoa. I was like, I come across that all the time.
I bet.
You know,
It's
that's
annoying.
why I got her here, because I ain't dealing with that no more.
Right.
I think
I'm so sorry.
I
I
think
have patience. It's
I
alright.
think
I've already
another-
lost my patience with that.
I think another red flag for artists is that they don't know enough music business, and that they don't really study what music is and what it is now. Like when it comes to like certain things like EPKs or like certain things that really as an artist you should have, and you don't know about it, that just shows me that you haven't taken the time to like build the knowledge. Because I know some artists that aren't really as developed yet, but they've built the knowledge, and that knowledge goes a long way in this music industry, especially when it comes to royalties and syncing and licensing and distro and pub and marketing and all that stuff, you know. But not a lot of people, once again, have taken the time to learn that, and that's really the valuable thing. Like, learn the music business too, because if you really learn it, you don't really have to do so much. You guys are doing so much because you don't know about how to do music business or business in general.
Right.
Because business in general too is certain things that's like, you know, you got to follow up with people. You know, when you send the email, if they don't answer you, call the office.
Right.
Like, some people don't have that instilled in them. They just like, oh, you know, if it happens, it happens. Nah, bro, you better call them. If you want that opportunity, call them. If you want to be at that show, go and find out who the event coordinator is. If you want a beat from Stacks, hit him up. He's got email. He's got WhatsApp. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like, people always want to make excuses, but there's always, when there's a will, there's a way, bro. So, like, at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you make your will and your way, like, you know, good enough that you can do something with yourself, bro.
Absolutely.
Because we all have another day to do something, man.
Yeah, because
know?
if you commit to it, you're basically saying that this is gonna happen, no matter what. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Doesn't matter what I got to do. It's gonna happen. And the people that don't got it in them, it don't happen. But if you do stay persistent and you are committed, you'll find a way.
Yeah,
So
regardless. You don't make
regardless.
it. Stay consistent. You know, pick a day, one day of the week that you invest into yourself, at least doing music. You know, there's artists that come here, I'm like, at the minimum, you should come see me once a week.
Yeah,
If you're trying to be an artist. You know, once you feel that that's not enough, we'll get to 2 days a week.
yeah,
But I have a couple of clients, like 2 or 3, that are weekly with me, and their progress is consistency.
yeah,
You know, and that's the only way you're gonna make it in this music.
yeah. It ain't gonna be a
It's not about talent. It's not about who you know. You know, now that we could do all the distribution ourselves and everything, it's all about being consistent.
yeah.
That's it.
That's real,
We're in that best time where you don't need to be signed to no record label. You don't need none of that.
right?
You know,
Anybody can do it now.
if you're a good influencer and you got some good music, there you go. Boom.
That's
Got it.
real. NFU, you said something where I'm ignorant. I don't know what it is. What's EPK?
That's a electronic press kit. So it's basically like a digital resume that like any artist or business would use. A lot of businesses use it too. They call it press kit without the electronic part in front. And it's just basically like a resume that says who the artist is, what they've done, who they've worked with, any labels they signed to, other press articles, a biography, some headshots, the booking emails, clickable links, like any places that they have achievements or accomplishments, any awards, stuff like that, credits. You know, basically any label that really is gonna invest in an artist, they usually like to see an EPK first, or like me as an A&R that I know other labels, I will send them an EPK of an artist and be like, hey, you know, this is Angelica's music, just sit on it, and when you're ready, give me a call. Maybe like a week or two down the line, I'll call and follow up, but I'm like letting them marinate on what they can see digitally from Angelica to then say, okay, this is the value she provides. This is who she is. This is where she's performed. She's worked with you and she's worked with you. All right. So she must be worth about this much. So when she comes over here, she's getting a distro deal because it's about this much. Or if she's worth this much, she's going to get a record label deal. So now they know also where to place her and who she is and how valuable she is aside from herself, but to the label. And that's basically it, you know, that EPK sells. And like, aside from that, partnerships. I have a lot of my artists that work with Ethica Music and Champion and shit. All the partnerships they got was because they sent an EPK and a nice email with me and my team, and they secured partnerships. Yeah, some of them only have small percentages and little payments, but you know what, bro? Everything builds up. As long as, I was just telling you downstairs, with this whole Pick'em app, I see they were on my Instagram live. Shout out Pick'em app. I'm a brand ambassador for them, and it's music betting. So everybody's into sports betting. Now they're going to be music betting. I'm a brand ambassador for them. I have 5% equity. And then like stuff, once again, that you do with other people and partnerships you build, even having a little percent, but having a lot of things is cool, man.
Absolutely.
So don't think it's not cool. Like when you're building an empire, like all the little bits and pieces matter for the biggest, like, you know, prize.
100%. No, I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, shit, I need to make myself an EPK. I've had some raw ass motherfuckers on the pod.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like for the pod, you'd have an EPK, but it'd be like all the people you've had on it, all the sponsors you have, some
numbers.
headshots of the pod, some
Yeah.
videos, some digital
everybody
press.
needs one.
You know, and it's like, bro, like that's what I tell. We were just talking about this. Well, we talk about this
Yeah.
every day, but I think we were talking about this too. Everybody needs marketing. Everybody needs like,
sponsors,
You're in the digital
marketing.
space.
yeah, like
Yeah.
You definitely gonna need it.
You need an investor. At least if you have an EPK and you approach an investor, you have something to show them.
Correct.
Right.
Or
You
even
know?
a venue. You want to go get booked at that venue? Send them that EPK, or have one of your representatives go and give that EPK. I bet you'll get booked for at least 500 compared to just getting a free bottle in a section.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah,
No,
and
but
that's
I'm
a
being
difference. That's a
dead
big
ass.
difference. Yeah.
Because guess what? I have a lot of my homies that are okay with doing that. They just want to do that. But
Yeah.
if you really want to be a professional
Yeah.
and really want to be tied in with venues and really want to build, you got to do it that way. You got to
to.
be corporate. It's like anything else in life. You got to be corporate, bro. You don't just go to Amazon and be like, yeah, bro, I'm going to run this whole shit because I said so.
Right.
Nah, bro, you got to go to the office. You got to go through the small food chain. You got to
Yep.
go to the top of the food chain, just like everything else in life.
Right.
So, like, just partnerships, relationships, bro, like I said. And, like, me right now, aside from them, Facto Lifestyle. I've worked with LaFont Clothing. I've worked with Francis Elliott. I've worked with Champion. I've worked with Interscope Products. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, bro, I know the value in branding and knowing how to do what they call affiliate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a gem right there. If y'all don't know what affiliate marketing is, look it up. But affiliate marketing. You feel me?
No, that was lit. I love that. That was definitely some good gems you just dropped. I want to go back to Spot'em app, the betting one. What's it called?
Stugo-
Pick'em.
my bad.
No, the betting app with the music.
Yeah, Pick'em app.
Pick'em app.
Yes.
That sounds crazy. Tell people a little bit more about that, cause
So Pick'em app started professionally about 2 years ago, but they just brought me on board 3 months ago when I signed the contract. And what they're doing is you could bet on people charting, you could bet on people getting a certain amount of streams, you could bet on placement. So anything sports betting that you would do for sports, but now you do it for music.
Crazy.
They brought me on as an ambassador. One of my friends, he works with Empire. I think it's called Nebula, the subdivision of Empire, Nebula. And he put me on. He connected me with the director. They said, hey, listen, you've worked with a lot of companies, helped a lot of them. Like, yeah, let's do it. We'll give you 5% equity. And basically, you know, you bring everybody you want, and you know, if you want to bet on your own music, we'll put your own music so you could bet on it.
That's fire.
But I told them that wasn't my focus. It was to bring my people and for them to bet on the music and for them to put their music, you know?
Yeah.
But they gave me the option to use the platform too. But I want to use the platform to affiliate market.
Yeah. So how can I get, like, for example, if I had artists that want to get tapped in with that, how can they get in, like get their music on the app and have people bet on it?
Yeah, just on Instagram, Pick'em app. I think as well on Google you could put Pick'em app, PICK space M app. Super dope, man. And you'll see too, like they just did it for Drake and a couple things that like were just charting. So you'll see there's a bunch of like wagers. It doesn't have to be a lot of money either. It could be a little bit of money, but it's a super dope app.
That's fire.
My plans is like next time an artist that I like comes out is the one that I'm gonna bet on.
Yeah.
And see how as an A&R what I project would match the bet. That's something I want to do soon, just for like shits and giggles, you know, to play with my own my own A&R, you know, skills.
Yeah.
I want to predict where I think it'll go and then bet on that, and you know, but that's just me having fun with the platform I was blessed with. You feel me?
That's fire. I can
Sounds
see
like
that.
a vibe.
That could be a big industry. I mean, people love betting on shit. So I can see with music, I can see that being big.
Yeah, and in the future they're gonna do it on performances, and you know, right now it's basically charting and music and streams, but in the future they're gonna expand to what you can bet on musically, and that's when they're gonna say, oh, you could bet on this guy signing to QC, and oh, that's when it's over.
Damn. That'd be
Because
crazy.
imagine that's when it's like, if anybody that's working in the funnel, they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna sign to Mixed by Trip. Okay, well 5,000, he's gonna sign with Mixed by Trip. 555.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And you told me about another app that you was working on too.
Facto Lifestyle.
Tell me about that
I
one.
brand ambassador for them too. So they're based here in Miami. I met the guy through a studio that I opened at first. This was a little before this studio. It was called Free Van Studios. Okay, and it was in Hialeah in a warehouse. So I met this guy. He runs Facto Lifestyle, and it's an app that basically you can do a couple things, from deliveries to like hospitality services to flights and a bunch of different things. But the Facto Lifestyle app is available on the App Store right now. You can go and get it. He's another person who signed a partnership with me to give me some of the company, but for to help him brand out the company and talk about it and have a lot more people on it. But you could do anything. You could order anything, and there's a lot more different things you could use it to enjoy.
That's fire.
You gotta just download it on the App Store. It's FACTO space lifestyle. Facto Lifestyle.
Dope. All right, yeah, that's two apps that we got to get plugged into. That's dope. I wanted to give y'all some space. If y'all have any artists y'all want to promote or anything y'all got coming up that y'all want to shout out right now.
Let the team go first. Y'all go first. Go ahead.
Yo, I got a song on the 22nd coming out.
Hey, y'all go ahead. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I got a song on the 22nd coming out. It's called Fallout. Let me say it again. I got a song on the 22nd of, what month are we in? Hold on.
March.
Hold on. We're in March. It could be
Yo,
the 22nd
It'd be like that.
bloopers.
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
sleep, when you
right,
sleep in the studio, it'd be like that.
I got a song coming out March 22nd called Fall Back. It is the sickest song that I have made.
For fall back.
Do you want to play a snippet right now?
I could play it when we're done here, when
Oh,
everybody's
okay.
done.
All right, bet.
But yeah.
I'm producing an album with my boy Oz. Shout out to him. We got a couple tracks laid out, so we're talking release date's gonna be in June, though. That's really it.
So
I mean,
you producing every track?
yeah, producing, writing, even doing the music videos, all that.
Dope. Are
I also
you
do videos now too.
you rapping too or what?
I basically could rap. I tell people what the words.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's dope. And you
bro was songwrite. He'll do it professionally. I'm just a little ghetto behind it. Yo, bro, say this. Woo, woo, woo.
Right.
And we make a hit like that.
No, you still get the writing credit on that
Yeah,
too.
you better get them.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. We getting 100%.
That's
100%. Damn.
So Oz the artist? Is Oz the artist or?
No, well, actually, he is the artist, but he's also an engineer.
Okay.
So we're like co-producing, and he's like collaborating.
Is it just beats or is it gonna be like somebody rapping on there or what's it?
Yeah, I'm providing the beats and, like I said, the lyrics and all that. And he's rapping and he's bringing artists. Well, we actually kind of like talking about artists too to bring.
Dope.
We already got the 3 artists, mine, what he got planned is like a trilogy going on. So I'm one of the producers. He's working with 3. So I'm one of them he's working with, and we got 3 artists that we're bringing on board.
That's dope.
You know,
that's a dope concept.
Type thing.
And when you say it's coming out?
It's coming out in June.
June, okay.
Exactly. So I'm making the song from the beat to the lyrics to the recording to the editing, all that.
Okay, Stack, you got the pen too, huh?
Say that again?
You said you got that pen.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You know, not really the pen. I'm the freestyle man, you know?
Oh, you be freestyle?
I'm punching man.
You off
know?
the dome. Okay.
Type thing. It takes me forever to write, so that's why.
That's lit.
But yeah.
A Rhode Island swag.
Appreciate it.
Trip, what you got coming up?
Man, I got so many projects. The one thing that I'm mostly like focused on right now is like I'm a piano style of music because I don't know, I like the whole vibe that you could dance and the lyrics are like they sound like you're chanting. You know, for the last 5 years, like I've really dedicated myself into like yoga practice and meditation
That's what's
and
up.
doing mantras and asanas. And so I'm really focused as well as working with like people in the yoga community, record and, you know, create their projects. They always need help. There's a lot of musicians. So now with the platform that we have with Perfect Distro and the marketing that NFU does, you know, really, that's really where I'm focused on right now.
That's what's
Also, right now, Young Pablo's project is one of the artists, in-house artists we're working on. So shout out to Young Pablo. You know, his project is gonna be cooking up soon. He's been dropping a lot of music, but he's
Mr.
definitely an
Brickell City.
influencer.
He's one of them artists you said coming in consistently?
Yeah. We work every Tuesday. But ever since he got a motorcycle, man, it's like
it's like
crazy.
my dog's got so many motorcycles. He has a garage just full of motorcycles.
Just motorcycles?
Yeah, so I
All
spoke to him
different types.
today, and I'm like, listen, you already got the motorcycle community on lock. Let's focus back on the music, and let's like mix it all together. It's really going to set you aside to like every artist that's out there. You know, he's really well known in the bike community.
That's dope.
He's going to take out his bike into the track racing. You know, he rented a pit. This guy's out of control.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's really into it. So shout out to Young Pablo.
Shout out Young Pablo.
You know, we're going to be working on his new album. NFU does a lot of his songwriting and helps him create, you know, the ideas and stuff.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And me, man, I have so many shout outs, so I'm going to say them all.
Let's go.
Shout out Mixed by Trip, first of all, my brother,
100.
Miami Recording Studio. Shout out Angelica Noor. Shout out Stacks Made It.
Okay.
Shout out NFU Entertainment. Okay. A shout out NFU Marketing. Shout out All You Desire. Shout out Hard Time Records. Shout out Interscope. Shout out Rock Nation. Shout out CLM Records. Shout out. Hold on. I got some more in me. Shout out Debo. Shout out Uncle Kush. Shout out Kush Rush Exotic. Shout out Kush Factory. The homies. If you ain't smoking no Kush Factory, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Shout out Scut.
Yeah.
Gang. Shout out Scut Shop, bitch. If you ain't getting Scut, you ain't getting shit.
On God.
Hey, and yeah, just shout out the family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my daughter. And you already know we going the fuck up, man.
Damn, that was dope. I feel like that's a great place to close. Y'all gotta head out soon, right?
I mean, shoot, man. We here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
If y'all got anything else, we can
Come on.
talk about it. But
Let's
if
go.
not, we can
Shout out
wrap it
East Empanada, man. If you
Oh,
need food, man,
empanadas.
tap in with us.
up. Yeah.
Shout out myself again, man.
Shout out
if
to
you need
Stack.
beats, if you need videos,
Where they can go at, Stack?
you just hit me up on Instagram, DM me.
what's
We
the
can really
Instagram?
talk about it. OG Stacks.
Ooh, OG.
OGSTACKSSS _. Or you can look me up on YouTube.
Cause you gotta make that shit easier, cause
I do.
Yeah.
that shit hella S's.
That's hella S's, bruh.
They didn't
You
let me
can
put
see
just
some
Stacks.
shit.
They didn't let me. I
We're
just had
gonna
to
put OG Stacks official or something.
Something like that.
But you get it. You just
Stacks
put OG
made
Stacks. You get it. You ain't gotta, you know.
It's gonna be on the screen right now.
I'm gonna pop
anyway.
up. Just put OG Stacks. You ain't gotta put all the S's.
Angelica Noor.
Oh.
honey.
Now I'm nervous. Angelica Noor, that's my artist name. All platforms. I got hella music out there, from rap, R&B to like trap music, maybe a little reggaeton if you fuck with that too. And if you need an engineer, hit me up and hit up the studio too.
Lit.
Yeah.
You already know who it is. Your favorite A&R and entrepreneur, your boy NFU. And if you want to
Yeah.
find any of my music
Shout
on
out to
any
NFU.
platforms, you know, n.f.u. Took some stuff off Spotify because we can't give you all that juice, but hey, it is what it is. And yeah, man, shout out Smoky Mirror Podcast, man.
Yes, sir.
I feel like before we go, I want to shed light on this platform because you guys have been growing a lot, bro. Smoky Mirror Podcast.
Thanks, bro.
I've been seeing you guys feature a lot of influential people on your podcast. So shout out to the brand. And if y'all haven't tapped in with Smoky Mirror, tap in because the interview prices are about to be super crazy after this interview.
Oh, God.
I'm about to let you know right now. If y'all come tap in with the studio, if you watch this video and come tap in with the studio, you'll get a discount off some of our services. So come tap in, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? We lit as fuck. And we doing this shit for real. Not for fake, for real. For life. 5 life. You know what it is.
Oh, God.
Gang shit.
Oh, God.
Mixed by Trip, close it out.
You already know. Shout out. Namaste to all my peoples out there.
Namaste.
Shout out to my team. NFU, I love you, my bro. Angelica, we riding. You already know Stacks made it. You already know we out here. We got a really strong team. Miami Recording Studios definitely gonna make a nice mark in Miami. We're gonna show Miami that we're here for the artists and helping them get their, follow through with their dreams. And just so anybody out there in Miami or want to come to Miami, come fuck with us. MiamiRecordingStudio.com. Y'all can reach me at Mixed by Trip on IG and tap in with us, and we'll be more than happy to help y'all.
Dope. Appreciate y'all for having me. This was a great episode.
Yup.
Peace.
Appreciate you,
love.
man.
Yo, that was lit.
That was fine.